Ah, okay. Forgot my Oral B or oil cream. Did you join the Discord? I don't know if you've ever left. Then why are you still connected? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did see
Hello there. Okay. We have some fun stuff planned for today. Something a little different than normal, I would say. Um, but we will see. I'll full screen this so you guys get the full picture. Okay. I actually technically need the music turned off. Um, there's a reason for that. I'll turn it down like that so we can still kind of hear it. Okay. So, before I really get started, I want to apologize about Friday. Not being able to stream the past 2 Fridays, and hopefully this is a decent alternative. Um, but it's the best I can do. Okay. So, what we do have is a project that I would like to get some really good progress on today. This is actually going to be a Christmas present for someone that I know. Hence the obscure title because they do follow my channel. And I don't want them to know about it until we get a little bit closer to the day of Christmas, you know? The day of Christmas is when this is acceptable. So, we're here. Currently, what I have is right now, this is the program for our radio, and you might recognize some titles, especially these four right here. You might recognize these. So, yeah. You guys want to see what happens whenever I press play? Let me delete that. Okay. Yeah. And I can click S. And it will keep playing songs. So on and so forth. And as you can see, it's yeah. Okay. What's cool is that is currently what station I've selected. And I can even go here, for example. Do you guys recognize that? Maybe that. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Can you guys hear this, by the way? I didn't even think about that. You should be able to. Okay. But let me know if you can't hear that. But that is what's going on. I have a lot of comments that are explaining what's going on. I even used my online name in the comments there. Oh, good. Glad things are going just chilling, you know? Okay. So far, pretty chill. Just started, so that's good. Is it a Monday night for you? I'm gonna move the mic there. Okay. So yeah, while the station is on, I'll control everything in this loop, but obviously I'll need to control everything here. So what I'm looking at is I was wanting to kind of start in the middle of a song. Oh, you just followed me. Awesome. Glad you're checking in here. Welcome to Jurassic Vader, I guess. Super chill, low key stuff. I mean, have some big ambitious projects for Christmas. I'm not actually really like. I only have my Twitch because occasionally I have some people that know me more in person on there, and they prefer that. I more or less am more. I'm trying to be more of a YouTube kind of guy. The live streams are kind of trying to keep me balanced, you know. I do a lot of, how do you want to say, trying to do more YouTube stuff, and I guess the Twitch is a less common area. I do hope I have the correct Twitch chat or category, because I tend to do that. I sometimes stream on YouTube. Sorry, I sometimes stream games on Twitch, but the Twitch is more or less. Thank you. Did you find me on Twitch, or did you find me on Instagram, or because I saw that you said you just followed, and I didn't know if you just found me on Twitch out of the blue or what's going on. So I'm quite intrigued to know, because usually people don't find me from Twitch; they usually come from my Instagram or something. But no, I didn't even realize, because I'm streaming this on YouTube as well, and I see the Twitch icon next to your name, so that had me. I didn't even realize. All right. What was next? So what I was wanting to do originally was, whenever I play the song, it will technically randomly start, so it's more like a traditional radio, like you're kind of in the middle of something. So I don't even know if, like, I guess the Fallout radio kind of does that. I think it plays in the background, and then yeah, it kind of just plays in the background. I do a lot more, like, yeah, I have a full-time job, and I'm trying to be more. I usually post Instagram the most. Sorry, I post shorts, Instagram, TikToks the most. But I've just kind of hit a dry spell since August, and I feel really bad because there's like 15,000 people on the Instagram that I feel like deserve more than just somebody who quit. But typically, I'm not even programming. I'm building a computer from scratch. So if you're like very new to me from a Twitch side, that's like totally crazy. You're like one of the first few people who ever found me on Twitch. Because most people come from the YouTube and Instagram, but I don't really make an income from any platforms. I did have a sponsorship for a little bit, and I kind of lost that. Mainly due to like I don't know what you want to say, like country conflicts, I guess you can call it. Oh, that's awesome. You are you currently working there now? Or are you just in the browsing time? You're just like looking for people. Okay. Let's see. Oh, shoot, I just realized you unfortunately, I don't think I have too much time for that. Because I'm trying to get more of like the this stuff built. Although, do I have Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry. I kind of forgot. Um is it a website or is it a what do you want to call it? Yeah, like a website portfolio. Um okay. So I do have an announcer. If there's an announcer that will change how everything will work there. I wanted to take a gander at how self count is populating. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna print self dot song count, and then we're gonna print it again just so I can see what's going on, because this seems to be returning something really strange, and that could be it's like the only place it's populating that. So let's go. Let's make f string there, f string there. Once again, surround that in curly brackets. Then I want to say before population. Then I'll say after population, after population. Okay. And then print thing. Sure, why not? That's how I program. Okay. It plays that, it loads that, in load. On creation of this, we should have everything kind of defined. So unfortunately, I don't really add strangers on Discord. So I will not I'm a little strict there. All right. Now if I shuffled that, populate. Let's see what happens when I don't even need to call any of this right now. So okay, we'll do that. Ooh. Oh. Okay. That makes a lot of sense why that was working that way. I understand. I just am not comfortable passing out my more private Discord, or adding people on Discord directly. I should say. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm looking at why this shuffle random dot start doesn't work now. So if I call random start, we have that and that. So maybe on init. Oh, I think I get it now. So only if random start, if self dot song count is greater than 0, then we want to run that. Otherwise, it will crash our program. So now if I start playing this, it should randomly start at somewhere else. Nope, does not like that. So all of that works. Now it's this random start. And song length self.songlist self.current index. No file 15.mp3 found in working directory. It literally found it though. It found 15.mp3. Oh, but is that because I'm in Diamond? Let me go back to Enclave. No file 13.mp3. Okay, we might be crossing some. Okay, well, that's obviously 25. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of a mix up here. So this is coming from random start. If I think what's going on. I want random start to only be called maybe, let's go selected station dot random start like that before, and maybe that will cause us less issues. Doesn't accept, nope, no parameters. Okay. And it's just this. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just make song length equal 15 seconds. Now if I run that, will it break? Starting at, okay, let's try that again. Yeah. Okay, so what's the problem? So at song length, self.songlist. So we're accessing song list, which is made for self. Oh, I see. It's this. It is self.directory. Okay, we got to make a new F string here. I didn't even realize. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay. Those are variables. And what we need is slash. There we go. That should work. Now if you run it. Now what's wrong? List. Oh, whoops. What did I do? Oh, I don't. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I thought that. It's literally a list. Current song index. Okay, is it this? Whoops, wrong ones. Oh my gosh. Curly brackets. There we go. And then if I say self.directory, will that fix it? So now if I run here, yes. Skip. And then it's going to be starting at the default. But if I turn it on, random. We got this. We're going. Okay. This officially works. Okay. So what's going on here is it will start at a random spot. It could be at the start of the song. That's what this 00 is. 0 seconds to last 2 seconds of song. So if the song is 54 seconds, it will go from 0 to 52 seconds because so that way we don't like start with a song just to end the song, you know. So if we wanted even, we could test the last 2 seconds to see if it like sounds good. So what I would do is that hashtag, comment that out, and just play it from the point 2 part. Yeah, that sounds fine. Let's try it one more time. Let's see. Okay, let's even select Diamond City Radio. Play that. That was the end of the song. Okay. Okay. Maybe we could do 3 seconds. Okay. Um Next thing we need to do, um does the song let's see what options we have. We have mixer.music. I don't see get busy. Ah, that's what we want. If mix, oh, I think I already typed that out. Get busy, what that's going to return is a Boolean. If it is, do we want, if it is busy, that means true. We won't do anything. If it is not true, then we want to load the next song. So all we want to do is say selected station dot get current song index plus equals 1. And then that way we increment. We also want to make sure if this whole string here, we do want to exception handle. So if the song index is greater or is equal to, I'll say greater than or equal to just in case. Selected station dot song count, which do we start at 1 or 0? Okay. Wait. Song index starts at 0, obviously, because we're in a list. -1. Selected song count. Then we want to call a reshuffle, but we also want to call that otherwise. So we'd want to do selected station dot random shuffle. Nope, not random start. Shuffle. There we go. And then we just want to set selected station dot current song index equal to 0. So that way we start at the beginning. And then either way, what we'll do is at the end, once we determine what needs to play next, we continue. Okay. And then what I'll do is mixer.music.play. And I will say, oh, we need to load it first. We just want that. Okay. And what I want to do is just in case this is a problem, I like to call this just in case this is an issue. Okay. So now we're playing the last 2 seconds just to test. Okay. I didn't hear anything. What I'm going to now do is also print that. Okay. Now let's try this one more time. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. So if it is not busy, okay. How about we just throw out this print. I don't even know if that might cause problems, but we'll see. We'll see. Do I have time? We'll try import time. That might screw with this. I don't know how the audio works, but every like half second we'll print whether or not Mixer is busy. So print, gonna use an F string. Is song or is Mixer busy? Then we'll just say mixer.music.get busy. Oh, wait. Now that is a function, right? Is that a function or a variable? That is a bit okay. That's a function. And then we'll just time dot sleep the quarter of a second. There we go. Let's run this now. Well, that didn't print anything. To be fair, we should probably return that. Okay. Oh. Duh. I need to get rid of these. These are breaking my program. So actually, no, that's not right. It's just this line. My bad. There. Okay. That broke my program. Now we can actually do that again. Song length minus 5 seconds, just so we could like hear the song for sure. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. That's working. It's yeah, the user input that's kind of screwing with things. So what we could do instead is use Python or Pygame's keyboard input instead. And just check to see if user get key pressed. Although I'm only using Pygame's mixer, so probably it's fine. We're gonna have potentiometer stuff. There is no reason to stop or like there's no reason for any of this. This is for testing purposes. So okay. We know that works. I wish this worked a little better, but we work with what we have. So now, the next thing on our list is actually a little bit more complicated. And it's figuring out gosh. Every station has their own like announcer stuff, and right now I don't have anything there. Not doing announcer for that one. I am doing announcer for that. Not, yes, not. And then I don't have the actual announcer files for that one. So we are going to skip that for now. So in fact, I will set that to false Just for now. In fact, I don't even have the music for it this second. So, okay. Okay. What I do need now is I want to just go ahead and do this for Galaxy News. Galaxy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and create a folder. So I'm actually going to open this up. You guys won't be able to see this very well. Galaxy. Things are going to mess up just a little bit. So now I'm going to have a folder called songs and host. Okay. All songs go into songs. Okay. And inside of station, populate music. We use self.directory plus songs. Let's make sure that still works. Shoot. I'm going to have to do that for all of them before that will realistically work. Okay. Good to know. I need all of these reveal. Oh, nope, wrong one. It'll just be faster if I do it in files. Okay. Songs and host. I copy that and I paste. Then I paste. Then I paste, 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 paste. Okay. All of these should now have a song directory and a host directory. Okay, that should now work. Of course. Where's it at? Random start. Here. Songs. Station files, Galaxy. What? Oh. Yeah, that would be a problem too, wouldn't it? Okay, that works. What I can do now is use that. And now I'll start at a random spot anywhere from the last 5 seconds to the first 2 seconds, we'll say. Okay. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this stuff. Oh, I realized I'm not even recording. My bad. Okay. Okay. Now I need announcer stuff. And what's really complicated about this is I populate music and then I'm going to have to populate announcer. Define populate announcer. Okay. When called, all the music found in the appropriate directory will be found. Okay. Populate announcer. So now we're gonna have to go through and we're gonna have to add the announcer to all of the files. For example, I do have all of these already made. So all I have to do is drag them in. And here's like a little a sound. Yeah, we have 3 dogs saying some stuff. And that's what we're going to test out first. So if I get rid of Crispus and I go to Galaxy, we can see host. We have news related and song related. Whoops, didn't mean to hit the mic there. This should be should be how almost all of them work. But the other guys have a little bit more complicated stuff. And I'm just going to have to think about the workaround there. But anyway, how 3 dogs should speak is he will first say a intro or outro based on the song. So if he's about to say like, hello, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah. So what we need to figure out is we need to get all of his pre and post. In this sense, I think they're all the same. It's 156, 156, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 19, 20. Yeah. So the pre and the post are the same. I do not know if that's the same for Diamond City Radio. Sorry, I'm trying to find the original files here. Okay. Diamond City host. He had a lot of stuff. He had news and all these different things. Okay. For now, let's just focus on 3 dog. So if he did not have any sort of here, we'll actually turn off the music for now so we can like listen to his stuff. So how it should work is he will say something like okay. He'll say something like that and then he'll give an intro, I think. Whoops. And then he'll say something like this. And then he'll give us a story. And then whenever he's done with that, he'll say something like this. And then it will play that song. So on and so forth. Do you guys understand? I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry, my teacher came out. So, yeah, that's what we're working with. So we first find, I'm just going to keep this pass in here, and I'll say find all intros, find all news, find all story and find all song related. And in this case, it will be post and pre. So it will go pre. So no, it's post. After the song played, that's post. And then we'll have pre. Okay. So now I'll go pre, and then he'll give an intro. He'll say, we have some news, and then you say the news story, and then he'll say the pre, if applicable. And that goes for the post. Okay. Play random intro. That can be totally random. That doesn't even have to be anything specific, really. Play random news. Maybe do something different every play. Or he can do totally random, really. Oh no, that doesn't matter. The news segment, that doesn't matter because he'll always say that. Random news. And then randoms play random story. Try not to repeat. So that's what we'll do with these. We'll try not to repeat these stories. And then the pre will play, if applicable. If not applicable, if not, play outro, which he has, which is this. So, okay. That sounds simple enough. So what we're going to have to do first is find Okay, it's very important to play this after the music population. We have to populate the music and then we need to populate announcer because we play music based off of what we'd like to do in here. If anybody manages to land on him talking, which I don't think that should ever be possible. Okay. What we're going to do is just get a bunch of local variables. So we're just going to get all of his intros, his news, his stories, and so on and so forth. And then we'll throw that in there. And what it should do is current song index. These will count as a song index. So I think that's simple enough. So first I'm going to get posts, get intros, get news, get story, and get pre. And then we'll have outro by default. I'm just gonna throw outro default. outro equals that. Cool. I don't like that that's capitalized and everything isn't. Outro. So, I think I'm just going to try and name that the same as everything else. So I will go and I'll try and have it in the same location. So we need to go self.directory. And I'm probably just going to make this an F string. Okay. And he is located in self directory. So that would be galaxy slash host slash song related slash outro main dot mp3. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what we'll do for now. And for now, we'll only populate this if we're on Galaxy News Radio. So I will just call the populate before. So I'll say selected station dot populate announcer, because I only want it to run for Galaxy News Radio in this sense, because that is the one we are testing. So now, if I run it, do we have any bugs? Or can it find it? Okay. How about we now instead load mixer.load, mixer.music.load, and then it will be the copy relative path. Okay. Oh man. I didn't like that just because of how I'm running that. Okay, fine. We will not do that. Okay. Anyway, it didn't give us any problems when we did this. So what we're going to do now is try our best to populate all of this. So let's populate posts. I'm going to say os.listdir self.directory. I'm of course going to make this an F string. Okay. I'm just going to copy and paste that for all of them. Sounds easy enough to me. Okay. Then slash. So we have self.directory slash host slash song related slash post. Okay. Can do that for the rest of them and just like alter them around. And the pre is actually basically that pre. Okay. Intro. Okay. That's actually news related. In fact, I can alter both of those and say news related Okay. This one will be intro. This one will be news. And this one will be story. So now we're getting all of them. And yet again, let's test. Do I have an error? Oh. Specifically intros, which happens to be hmm. Maybe I will replace that with quotation marks. What am I not seeing? Is it a problem with all of those or just that one? Huh. Oh. Maybe that will fix it? No, doesn't like that. I just need to close that, open that, say plus, make that a quotation mark. See if that fixed it and it's returning the news. Nope. Why does it hate this? Does it have an issue with the song related? Host. How about I just retype all of those from the beginning? So os.list_dir f apostrophe, and then we'll say select self dot selected or directory slash host slash news related slash intro. I don't get it. What if I literally replace that? What if I get rid of that? Nope. Literally has a problem with that one too. Or sorry. What if I change anything about this? Try that. Host / news related. Wow. This is quite odd. Okay. I will say, Logan. No. Okay. Um. Hmm. Station files / galaxy / host / news related. Why is that an issue? I've never had this issue before. Ah, I guess I can try something like this instead. So go station. And then I can say R. Which is supposed to help, according to the internet. Okay. That doesn't seem. But we'll try. Here's os.list directory f. Try that again. Self.directory. Then we'll go /host /news related and see if that fixes it. Is that it? Do I just need a / at all? /host / news related. We'll get rid of that. Okay. Weird. So I just need to double slash that and say, oh, I get it. It was trying to new line, but with a capital IC. That was part of the problem. Okay, I was trying to escape character that. And then, so that would mean intro would be intro. This would be news. And I'm just going to copy and paste this line. And then change this to story. And then if I run this, is that going to give me any issues? Okay. That's good. We got all of that. Get all of the required items. Sure, why not? Get all the required voice lines. Okay. Next thing we need to do is officially identify how often we should probably play voice line. Guess this is where we... Okay, how about this? I do have import random on, right? Yep, random. Or, what is this called? Song list. For song in self.song list, I'm going to random. Trying to think. How often we'll do every like 4 or 5 songs maybe. So that's what I'll do. For song in self.song list, I'll say chance equals random.randint, and I will say every 4 to 5 songs would be a 1 to 10, and we will see if chance is I'll do that. 1 to 5. If chance is greater than or equal to 4, then we will do that. Else, you just ignore the rest. We don't need that. So we will use song to figure out all that information. So song will have that. So the first thing we'll need to do is get a post. So if song is equal to, or if song in get posts, then we will append or add that. Ooh, should probably keep track of this. Okay. Every song. You know what? I'm not even going to do that. If song and posts, we'll probably just want to get whichever index we're at. So is that, I can't even remember. Python get index of item in a list. I think it's just index, but I can't remember. Yeah, it is dot index. Okay. If song in get post, then we want to get the current index. We'll want to go current index equals um okay. Just so we don't break self.song list, we're gonna add it all to news populated list. And then hopefully it won't get mad. Okay. I think that makes the most sense to me. So current index, which very conflicting. Trying to think about how this might affect the placement of certain things. Okay, actually, I don't even think I need that. For now, I will also say news populated list dot append song. Else we will just append the song. Otherwise, we want to append the song and blah, 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 blah. So, we will append the song first. And then we will do the rest. So that saves us a line of code. If song in get posts, then we will want to get that intro. So we will want to append news underscore populated list dot append. We will want to append the song. We will not want, we'll want to get posts. Oh my. Okay, I just realized something. Whenever I play this, we're loading the directory and then we're going to the song station. We're doing all that jazz. Which made me just realized that we're playing the song and the way we're loading everything is a little different. So I need to think about another way of maybe playing. Okay. How do I have it arranged whenever I made it for the Raspberry Pi? Okay, I did have it like that. Had it separated. Can't remember how I solved this problem like 2 years ago. Oh, wait. Programs. There we go. Let's open that. There we go. Okay. So intriguing. So how I did it there was I had it play. So I had it like basically every time I ran this. Maybe I'll have to do it that way instead. I do have that. I do call this. So instead of doing that and that, I just get whatever song and then I play it. I'll just return all the files. So if this returns true, then it will play all of that. And maybe so I'll just try populate it now. I'm really conflicted on how I want to go about solving this. Hmm. Okay, this is kind of like the structure of what I had originally planned, and then it would just keep like adding all of that. But the problem is how I would play the news populated list. Man. Okay. Maybe I have my song list and then I have the total self dot station list. That's not a good name either. Okay. This might be a lot of RAM. Like a lot of RAM. Is this a good idea? I'm really debating. Maybe I should watch Task Manager whenever I do this. Yeah, because what I can do is make this an F string, blah, 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 blah. Everything that they all share Galaxy. So I can keep directory the same, which would be Galaxy. And then all I would change is songs. So I would say songs \, and then that's it. Here, I would append okay. That's how that would work. And post song related / post / and then here would be the same, except it'd be pre. Oh. So that would be a little bit of a difference. Okay. Calling this listing index. Every time we go through a new one, we'll say listing index plus equals 1. And here we're going to see if self.song list well, we don't want this to break anything either. So I'll say if and I want to check if self.song count is greater than listing index. Then I probably just want to play outro. Well, we'd actually want to be less than, not even equal to, and that. There we go. That was a mess. Otherwise, news underscore populated list dot append, and we will append outro. Okay. Here's where the cool random. Okay. Rand equals random dot rand int, and we're going to go 0 to length of get intros. And then that's which one we're going to play. So news intro / and we will go get intros rand. Okay. And we'll do this exact same thing for both of these. Okay. That. And maybe that's how I should do it. I'm going all this way. Okay. This is how I did it So import random. I do not need import time, I don't think. Okay. So what we're going to do is do a random roll. Call this roll equals random.randint. And I did it. How was my 1 through 6? And if roll is equal to 4, then we will play announcer. Okay. So instead of it doing completely like this, keep it about this random, but instead of appending every single song, what we're going to do is base it around our current songs. So news populated list is what we'll return, and we'll just play everything in there. And once that is done, so we'll wait while all those are done. And then, yeah, that's what we'll return. I'll keep the list. Why not? Okay. Return a list. What we can do is figure out what song we're at. Do I even need this listing index anymore? No, I do not. Okay. What I can do instead is get rid of that as well. Get rid of that as well. Because I only want to populate all this. Get news. News. Story. Now do I even need that? Okay. What I need to do now if self dot song list dot index dot song, so let's get ready to return the index plus 1 in that, then okay, how about I just do that? Next song That way I don't have to do that thing again. Okay. Okay. Next. News. And story. Okay. Now, that should do all that. It returns a list. And what we're going to do at the end is say return news populated list. It's as simple as that. So now, if roll does that, play announcer stuff, I do that by getting the announcer list equals selected station dot populated announcer. And then what song are we playing? Does it matter? Now that I think about it. Because we should have the song already. All I need to say is self dot, whatever this is called is whatever index we're currently at. So, so I can say self dot song list, self dot song current song index. And I can say that there. Wherever song is at. That means I don't even need that anymore. Self dot current song index plus 1. Cool. Now, it's going to do that. And then I can say for audio for speak in announcer list. We can print maybe I won't do that. Maybe I will. Print speak because it should be an audio file. And then we will do a mixer.music.stop. Isn't there like an async? Ah. Okay. Do that mixer.music.load. And then I'll say F. And we'll go selected station dot directory slash speak. And that should populate that. And then mixer dot music dot play. And then we'll say while mixer.music.get music.get busy. So while it's busy, we just want to wait. If something happens, like potentiometer stuff, okay. That should be it. And then we'll play the next song. Oh, this is a lot, and I did not test it any step of the way. Let's actually make this like 100% chance. So if roll is less than, sorry, if roll is greater than 1 or 0, in fact, then we will go into that. And I would like a random start to be anywhere song length -7. Okay. Ah. Okay. Get intros random. Did I not change the random? I did. Maybe I need to subtract that. Length -1. Maybe that'll fix it. That's weird. It's not how I remember it working, but oh, you know what? Yeah, it is. Duh. If you get the okay, that's fine. Butcher Pete. There should be a okay. That's a little lengthy. So I do think we'll do import time. I do think in between every little speech there, we're going to wait until rand pause equals random.rand int. And then we're going to go, hey, computer anime, it's nice to see a familiar face. I am making a Christmas present for someone, and they really like Fallout, so I am trying to make a Fallout radio. First, I'm making the software for it now, and then I have all the materials currently to make the actual like thing. I'm making it with a Raspberry Pi, because there's a lot going on. So I figured I needed a lot of storage, and I figured a Raspberry Pi would be the best. And I'm really familiar with Python, so I figured I'd go ahead and do that. Although I do have to think about, I have to, actually, those two are already Python modules. Requires Pygame. There we go. Okay. Down here, I do want a random pause. So this could be anywhere from 0.25. Oop, that's not a random int. Ah, shoot, what's it called? Uniform. Random dot uniform. And I want 0.25 to 1.0. So anywhere from a quarter of a second to a whole second of pause. Okay. And then I'll do time dot sleep. And I'll say rand pause. Okay. Now let's try this. Okay. I do want, I'm going to call this here as well. So before we're going to pause and then he's going to speak. Oh, that's cool. Oh no. No file. Oh shoot, I forgot to change that down here. Wait. Load directory. It is now song slash. So it's Galaxy songs plural. And there we go. Dang it. I wanted to hear it all work out. That's really cool though. Stylophone. Well, so we're both programming. I haven't actually programmed like live or anything, so I'm excited to work on it. I have some crazy Python stuff. Okay, let's try this one more time. So anything goes. So that's song 20. You should have a voice line for that. Yep. Oh, I'm so excited to get this working in real life. The good fight. And that's way back home. We're working. Awesome. Okay. I'm sorry your drivers are taking forever to install. That really stinks. I hate whenever that stuff happens. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do here is all this is kind of useless now. So actually, I am going to include user input again for testing purposes, and we're going to see how random this actually is. So if roll is equal to 4, okay, and then we could skip. So oh no, I never fixed that inside of these either. Load songs / there we go. Okay. Oh, even here it's not actually going to load. I'll just do that. Stop it. And then here, if I say Q, that will stop it and break. Okay. Okay. That was pretty crazy. I can't skip this part. Okay, let's try that again. So more anything goes. Skip. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 songs. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I can't hear myself. You guys can hear this, right? Do want to make sure you guys can hear this. But we'll see. Okay. We have happy times. Dang. Okay. Maybe I should have a. How about this? I'm trying to think of. There's like maybe a chance variable. I'm just going to say chance equals 0. And then maybe every time we add a value, and if it exceeds, if chance is greater than this value, which maybe is 10, what we're going to do is roll a random integer 1 through 5. And then what we're going to do is add chance plus equals roll. So we're going to add roll onto chance. Let's see if that gives us any better results. And we can also print roll. And we can print chance if we wanted to. F. You know what? Let's get a little bit more insight. Total. Roll. There we go. Organize. I'm a big fan of organization. So it's physically impossible to start on him. Oh, sorry. That was a 5. 8. Oh, that's the other thing. if chances that we do want to set chance back to 0. Maybe we'll change it to 4, so it physically has to be at least. Maybe I'll just change it to greater than 10, keep it at 5. Okay, let's try that. Also, I do want this to officially be back to normal. So starts, if you're just turning on the radio, there's a chance that it will start anywhere from 2 seconds to the last 5 seconds of the piece. Oh, no kidding. I've had so many conversations about the RAM problems recently, and it's making me so cautious even about like certain things, because I'm just, whoops, hit the mic. I'm just sitting here thinking like, I don't know. I'm trying to make my program. I understand I'm not affecting the RAM market at all because I'm not like making a AI model or anything like that, and I'm not hosting any sort of website, which I definitely should. I definitely need a website, but I've just ran out of free time. But alas, I'm so cautious anyway. I'm just like sitting here like maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should make my program as RAM efficient as possible, and then you literally see this gigantic list full of all of these things. Like, obviously, I'm not being that efficient. But anyway, obviously, it has nothing to do with that. But yeah, no, the RAM prices are insane. Looking back at, I have 64 gigabytes in my computer, and what used to be, it was like $200 or whatever for my 64 gigabytes, maybe less. They are DDR5, and they're all 16 gig sticks. But either way, it's now upwards of like 400 or 500, I think. It's really bad. What is all this? Oh. Probably should use proper escape character stuff. See if that breaks my program. Oh my gosh, no kidding. If like the AI companies are just like done for, like ChatGPT services, what if they go down? Like, or sorry, what if ChatGPT just closes like all of those data centers? We're gonna have to repurpose them into something. Google better buy them up. But at the same time, do we need that much RAM? Where's that? Outro. Oh, right there. There we go. Let's see if that gets rid of all my errors. Nope, there's another one. Syntax warning where? Oh, 67. Yay, it's clean now. Okay. Starting at 67 seconds. Let's skip. Ooh. We got a roll of 2. Such a good song. Okay. That rolled a 5. Very good chance the next one is him. Oh. There we go. He has a lot of stories. I didn't even realize. News stories. Wow. Whoops. Insert. So yeah, anybody who's watching, highly suggest Fallout, the video game series. I prefer the classic, older ones, like Fallout 3, and this is one of the radio stations from Fallout 3. Um, okay, now what I do need is I guess, but yeah, no, I don't know either. Imagine data centers like entire data. No, first of all, okay, if you think about it, entire we've already kind of like maxed out all of that stuff. Like no matter what, the only way I think it'd get any cheaper is if we start using AI to calculate AI stuff, and then it's just kind of like this weird paradox. I mean, I guess we're using AI graphics cards that have like AI chips in them, and then that's doing AI stuff. So whatever. I don't know. It's so weird. Um, okay, I do want to make sure if I don't know why I'm okay. Selected station dot announcer. Isn't there a I know it's in there. Oh, self dot announcer equals announcer. Okay. If self dot announcer is called, we'll do that. So if selection station dot announcer, so that means if it's true, we will run that. Otherwise, we'll skip it. And if there is not an announcer, then we will skip this. Okay. Yeah, I do worry about how much will Optic really make. I understand in the whole data center it could be faster, but shrinking down the CS, I just don't understand how we can make millions of like processes like a whole data center, an AI data center. I don't know how we can get that down to like, let's just think like there, I don't know. We'll just say like 3 rooms, like small rooms, like a house size bedroom, I guess. If there's 3 house size bedrooms full of servers, I can understand it being, I don't even know. That's just so incredibly small compared to like the size that they are now. Okay. What I do want to check is test other stations. Okay. We have a crash. Ah, why is it calling that? Why is it calling that? Oh, it's right here. We don't want that. Why was that calling right there? Okay. Anyway, now we can run that. Okay. It didn't hit this. Why did it not hit that? We hide that. If selected station dot current song index. Oh, I did that wrong. I just need to subtract 1 from that. There we go. I did that backwards. Okay. Skip. Oh, my bad. Skip. 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 6, 7. And then 1 more. Ooh. We should know what the current song is. Shuffle. Maybe. I already know what this is. So what I can do is last song equals whatever we were just on. So song list, self.song list, my bad. Self.song list. And then it would be self dot current song index. And now if we randomly shuffle it, if self dot song list index 0, if that is equal to last song, then we want to call a random dot shuffle again. Self dot song list. And we will keep running that indefinitely. So while actually I can get rid of that if, use that there. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. I don't really know a whole lot about cybersecurity stuff. Like, I don't remember if you said, trying to remember. Um, but I've heard of this device. I just can't remember. Oh, I might have to Google it. ES. Yeah, that is what I thought. It's awesome. And they're so cool that they are so tiny. Um, that's awesome. Did you actually like test that out? Okay, let's try this one more time and see if this becomes a problem. Well, that's a problem. Okay. this is what we'll do. Okay, so now if you look at that, cool. So by default, it is that. If it is a reshuffle, if reshuffle, we'll do last song. There. How about something like that? Will that work? So then if I say shuffle false. I didn't like that. Although that doesn't really make sense because song list actually exists. I called populate music before. Oh, I don't need that. I also didn't need that anymore. Or that. Do I call this anywhere else? Don't need that. Keep that. If I print anything inside of here, I can keep that too. Okay. Whoops. I guess for now I'll just do it like this. Sure. And else. Let's run that now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 7. Cool. Good enough. As long as it doesn't play the last song in the list. Okay. Let's try some classical really quick. Haven't tested that station. da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Cool. Cool. Hmm. Now I can do something like so now I need stations equals Christmas, classical, diamond, enclave, galaxy, jazz, Mojave, and that's it, actually. Okay. Now I can say for station and stations. And I will also have an integer value or count equals 1. Stay at 1. And I can say print enter. Maybe I should make an F string. For station. So I'll say enter 1 for Christmas, 2 for classical, 3 for diamond, 4 for enclave, 5 for galaxy, 6 for jazz, 7 for Mojave. And then I'll say or there we go. Then we have an input. And then user input equals trying to do I really want to do that? Okay, you know what? That's what I'll do. Wait, oh, it's accept type error. I think that's what it would be. Print, please enter the one of the following options from above. Okay. That way we have that. Now what we can do, if it's none of those options, else it will break the program. Like it'll run into this except if it's not an S, a Q, or a number. So what we're going to do is attempt to convert. We're going to say selected station is equal to int. And we're going to say stations. Sorry, backwards. Why am I thinking this way? Stations int user input. So user input subtracted by 1. So if they type in anything, index out of range even, honestly, any error doesn't even need to be a type error because if it's index out of range, that's going to cause a different exception. So we'll just do that. Okay, let's try this now. Oh, that's right. What I want to do is station.name. There we go. Now if I run this, and we start out at classical, my bad. Count plus equals 1. I'm making a lot of rookie mistakes here. Okay, now we can run. Awesome. I don't have any Christmas songs yet. Let's go to Diamond. We obviously need to mixer.music.stop. Okay. This will be our potentiometer music select or station selector. Whoa, I just controlled 8 on accident. Glad I didn't delete that. Okay. We're on classical. Let's try Diamond. That's not on anything. Okay. Enclave. Galaxy. And then we can, of course, skip it and try and hear the announcer. That's correct. We keep getting story 11. Kitties. Easy living. And of course we could change it to the other stations, although oh, I don't have anything in Jazz or Mojave. So and then yeah, we can obviously skip. We will not have this functionality to skip on the actual radio. Okay. So, something I thought would be really cool is if I use time. Okay, here's part of the problem. This is going to be a Christmas gift, like I said. And it's going to be using a Raspberry Pi 4, which isn't a problem to a certain extent. Ideally, which I'll explain this. Ideally, the Raspberry Pi would be connected to the internet. Or Wi-Fi, I guess, to Wi-Fi. So we'd be able to listen to, what do you want to say? We'd hope that it'd be connected to Wi-Fi so that we could have a timekeeper, basically. For a timekeeper scenario. Because I don't think the Raspberry Pis have an internal battery. And then what would happen is if the time is around Christmas or nighttime, then the host would be if it's around Christmas Christmas station would unlock / become available. And then if the time is night, then announcers would go quiet / switch to different announcer. I thought this would be a really cool idea, but I just don't know how it's going to be possible because knowing who this is going to, it's not going to be like I can connect it to my Wi-Fi, but it's going inside of a big husk, a wooden shell, and there won't be a monitor. There won't be anything that you can actually like see. It's literally going to run a super lightweight version of Raspbian OS, and it's just going to run this program right off the start. So, yeah, that is that. Also, in my radio files, I also have oh, there's also Vault-Tec songs? Weird. But yeah. But oh, so I also have a few Pip-Boy sounds. And I have a bit Pip-Boy boot up sounds, which I don't know if I can have these play well. I will see what happens whenever I run them. So that's Pip-Boy sound, and I was hoping that I was going to turn this into a Pip-Boy originally. But now I'm just hoping that I'm going to use the radio sounds. So that's not right. Yeah, something like that. So whenever I turn it on and it officially, the Raspberry Pi boots up, everything's good. It's going to make that sound. And then, yeah. And then I have like all these other stuff. And then whenever I switch, I'm hoping to play some sounds when a station changes. So I can say mixer.music stop, mixer.music, and then I could like play the sounds or whatever. Yeah. Okay. I do want to throw in some comments first. I mean, obviously I have a ton of comments, but I don't want to confuse myself. So here, adding up a roll counter, adding the roll, then this is displaying the roll. Okay. Populate announcer speech. Pause before. Pause. I do want that one to be longer than these, I think. So he can speak. Maybe we'll do 0 to 75 seconds for these. Or sorry, 0.50 seconds to 0.75 seconds. And up here can be 0.75 to 150. A second and a half, maybe a second and 25, because I felt like the second and a half was a little long. Pause so it is not quick. So not too quick, because before it immediately played and it was like, whoa, go through each speech. sequences, I guess we can call that. I keep spelling speech wrong for some reason. I don't know why I keep doing that. So here we're stopping the previous one just in case. And then we're loading, then we're playing, and then we wait until it's over, and then we'll break it if there's some sort of potentiometer change. Then yeah. Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the time.speak up here. That would explain a lot. I felt like it wasn't really applying, and it wasn't. Okay. Say his lines. And then we do that. We want to wait until it is over. And then I'll keep that there. And then pause shortly. I'll say 25 seconds to 60 seconds. How about that? Sorry, 0.25 seconds to 0.60 seconds. And then what this purpose is figure out if we are at the end of the list of this song list. Otherwise, we'll just keep adding. And then once we determine what we play next, we'll make sure nothing is playing absolutely. We will load the next song and then we'll play. Okay. That works pretty good. And what's great is that how all of this announcer business works, all I would need to do is create a instance. Nope, not an instance. I need to create a child class. Why am I spacing? Inherit. I need to inherit the station class, I think, for Diamond City Radio, because the way he speaks is way too like advanced. Mojave, what I've analyzed is Mojave, Enclave, and Galaxy are about the same. So I can like make them all work together in the same way. With like one if statement or two, and it will like change. And then next I am going to have to just have I've already forgotten. Inherit. I'll have to inherit that class just to create an announcer for a Diamond City Radio. And then classical doesn't have anybody. It does, but I'm not doing that. Christmas won't have anybody. And I might do Enclave because President John Henry Eden, he goes every other time. Like, I'm pretty sure song plays, he speaks. Song plays, he speaks. But personally, I may do something like this. I may have an announcer, and then I may have a what am I thinking? Why am I spacing? I'm just trying to think of a variable name for here. Create it down here first. Self dot announcer frequency equals There. By default, he is an integer. And by default, he is 10, I think. Announcer frequency is how common they speak. 10 is about 3 to 5 songs. 10 is about 3 to 5 songs. There we go. We'll keep it at that. So now I can use self dot and we'll have this as a 0. What do I call here? Chance. Announcer. Chance. Maybe I shouldn't call it chance because it's not the chance for announcer. It's like special. We have the frequency. So if it reaches to that point, we'll do that. But I want the announcer. I don't want it to be called chance. Maybe I will call it chance. Why not? 0. So the chance is very low. And this is what I'm going to do is say an selected station dot chance plus that. And I'll say selected station dot chance. I don't think it likes that. Oh, announcer chance. My bad. There we go. Selected station dot announcer chance. Selected station dot announcer chance. Oh gosh. Oh no. Announcer chance. Okay. Here's what's crazy. Is if selected station dot announcer chance is greater than selected announcer dot announcer frequency, then we're good. And then what I'm gonna do is for enclave, I will have a true, and I'm going to set announcer frequency to like 6, maybe 5 even, half of that, because he speaks really often. Diamond City Radio is a 10. Cole's not gonna have anybody. Diamond's not gonna or Diamond is. Galaxy is. Mojave will. But for now I'm keeping it at nothing. Okay. If anybody's here, I would like to know, should I enable the Vault-Tec music station? It is, hang on. Vault-Tec. You know what? I'm doing it. Vault-Tec. Is equal to station. Vault-Tec radio. And this one will be station underscore files / Vault-Tec. And announcer will be false. And obviously announcer frequency doesn't even matter. Okay. And and Vault Tech. And then all that automatically updates. I don't need that. What I do need is to make sure host and songs get added to that. So Vault Tech. Well, in fact, I pretty much just need to paste. Well, there we go. Station files, Vault Tech, paste. Now, let's listen to stations -1, because that's Vault Tech is last. Basically, this is Fallout. I think this music plays elsewhere, but I found it in the Fallout 4 files, and I don't know where it plays. I don't know if it plays in Vault Tech, but yeah. I think it plays. This is the music that plays on the mobile game. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah. Pretty good stuff. Oh, forgot. I have inputs open now. But I do need to turn off my input. So input equals none of those. Shoot. The way I set this up actually puts me in a complicated situation. I really wish I could bypass the user input. Like, I could. All I need to do is import Pygame, not just the mixer. But I don't want to. It's unnecessary. It's using too many libraries. Bloating. It's bloating my program, and I'm not for it. Ah, darn. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I'll just have to keep it that way, I guess. Oh, let's try something. Let's try putting, like, hello. Please enter one of the following options from above. And if I say, like, a big number, same thing. Awesome. Count. I'm going to keep it like that. So calm. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to keep that. Okay. Well, I had a pretty good stream. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as I did. I guess I will see you guys another time. I will be streaming not this Friday because I'm actually busy. Busy. So I will not be able to stream this Friday, but I will be able to stream sometime relatively soon. I do want to say thank you for hanging out with me. Even if you weren't in chat, I still appreciated you. And hopefully this was a nice change for once, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll see how you guys react to it and all that. But this will be a full video sometime soon. But anyway, I guess that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. Bye-bye.